All right, we are starting today's episode off over at the Giants Foundry doing the Sleeping Giants quest for two massive unlocks. The first one is going to be this really cool smithing minigame where I basically create blades and I can turn them in for some really nice smithing XP, as well as have the ability to unlock the new best in slot 60 attack blade that I think is going to be really cool, really awesome. But with the completion of this, I will be able to do the mini game, and there we have it. Sleeping Giants quest complete. I now have access to the Giants Foundry, and with that I just need 5,000 points, which is going to be just making a bunch of these swords and turning them to Kovacs. So I'll tune you guys in when I make enough swords, but it wasn't too bad of a quest to complete. I think it's going to be really exciting, and I think it's going to be really cool smithing. So as you guys see, 71 smithing right now. Hopefully I can get my smithing maybe closer to 80, yeah, really excited to show off this method and unlock the Colossal Blade for you guys. Alright, so I've been doing the Colossal Blade for just a little bit, and as you guys see, this is not a plugin. These are actually marked tiles that I went ahead and did. If you are on RuneLite, you can hold the shift button and right click on the ground and you can mark a tile, and then you can also name the tiles, and I found that this is really helpful for the Giants Foundry minigame. As you guys can see, there's 3 different bars. The middle one is pretty much the temperature gauge, and then the bottom one is where your the temperature of the blade needs to be in order for you to pretty much get points for the blade. So essentially what I'm doing is the blade needs to be hot. As you guys can see, it's under that red indicator hammer, so I need to warm up my blade. Now in order to warm my blade, I have to dunk it over in this lava, but different actions will do different things to your blade. For example, if I put a blade underneath this little smashing hammer, it'll actually cool down my sword. So as I use this, it's actually going to point the arrow left. So that's why I marked the tiles, because I thought it was a little bit easier for me to kind of see visually of what's happening. So as you can see, we need to keep the sword within that red, and then as I'm putting it over this little hammer thing, it's pretty much cooling down my weapon, and then I'm gonna have to rewarm it up because it needs to be hot the entire time. So I'm not too sure if I'm the best at explaining this, but hopefully this makes sense to you guys. If you guys want to, I'd highly suggest, if you're interested in getting this blade, marking the tiles is going to be a huge help for you guys, because it really helped me out trying to understand what certain actions do certain things to the sword. And then if you need to, you can also cool down your sword as well by using the waterfall, as I'm going to right now, as I need to bring it all the way to that yellow. Yeah, like I said, just really cool little helpful tips that I just learned along the way. I'm sharing with you guys, so if it helps, it helps. If not, that's okay too. But anyways, so we're really close to I guess getting enough points for the Colossal Blade. I don't think I'm going to actually unlock anything. I know I can unlock different handles to give me better points, but overall I'm really just interested in just knocking this entire thing out. That may not be the best thing, but I'm just gonna go straight for the 5,000 points. So I'll tune you guys in when I get that done. Alright, so this is looking like the last one. Alright, let's talk to Kovac. See. Good, hand it over. Not too bad time, 139. Pretty decent XP, almost halfway into my next level, but I think I'm not going to start another commission. We are going to go to the shop. There we go. Foundry reputation, 5,000 points. Woo! But yeah, like I said, let's go ahead and purchase the Colossal Blade. I am so freaking excited. Fire 60 attack to wield. Let's go buy this puppy right now. There we go. Collection log unlocked. The Colossal Blade. Let's go look at this. Hey, now that is a sword, ladies and gentlemen. Wow, that's freaking awesome. All right, well, I think the best thing to do is actually test this out. So I want to figure out which boss to test this at and go from there. But overall, super excited. Humongous unlock on the account, 60 attack, and I think we'll go ahead and test some max hits in a second. Alright, now that we have the Colossal Blade in hand, let's go ahead and test out the max hit with the maximum strength bonus that a peer can wear. This is pretty much it. We get the Berserker Ring Eye, the Spike Manacles, the Fremennik Kilt, the Regen Bracelet, the Torture, and the Fire Cape. I think the only other thing that would have increased my max hit is maybe that Inferno Cape. But as far as overall max strength bonus, we're looking at 134, which is similar to the Barrel Chest Anchor. So the Barrel Chest Anchor, as you can see, it's giving us that 116 crush bonus, but with the Colossal Blade, we're actually getting 122 slash bonus with a decent crush bonus as well. I think this is going to be really good over at Tecton, over at the Chambers of Xeric. But overall, I'm really excited. Let's just test the overall max hit. Now, with the Colossal Blade, you are getting a really nice passive effect depending on the size of the monster you're fighting. The Colossal Blade will deal extra damage depending on the size of the monster you're fighting. I think it caps out at a 5x5 tiled monster, which is going to give you an extra 10 bonus. Anything after 5x5, it's pretty much going to just only give you that base plus 10 damage bonus. So let's just compare this. Bear Chest Anchor with the same exact strength bonus, we're hitting a whopping 33, and again, this is unpotted at 97 strength, which is pretty decent. And the Colossal Blade, we should be able to hit an extra max hit, which is a 35. Again, you're getting that base solid extra damage. So just having a monster and a 1x1, you're doing an extra 2 damage. So it's going to be pretty decent over XP an hour. Now, the attack speed of the Colossal Blade is a 6-speed weapon. So it's going to be 2 ticks slower than like maybe a Dragon Scimitar. But again, you're getting that extra passive bonus of being able to hit a lot higher. So it's going to be pretty decent overall. So let's go ahead and just do it with the let's just say just prayer. With just prayer, the Colossal Blade can hit a 40. Goodness, that's pretty good. And then with the divine strength potion, we're hitting, let's go ahead and test the max hit from a 40 all the way up to a 47. This is not even the true max hit. Even though we're hitting a whopping 47, we still have an extra plus 8. If the monster we were fighting was a 10 tiled size monster, we would be able to hit an extra 8 max hit, which would bring it up to all the way to a 55. So we can literally be hitting 55 with the Colossal Blade if the monster was that 5x5 or a 10 tiled monster, which is absolutely insane to think about, that a pure can hit that high. So I'm actually going to test this weapon out in a few different places. I think the first place that kind of makes sense to test it out is maybe Seracnus. You know, that's a pretty large monster, so we'll go ahead and test that out there, and then we'll go ahead and maybe do maybe a little bit of Chambers of Xeric. I know with the right hand of Olm, that's going to be a really good spot, and maybe Tecton. So we'll go ahead and try this out at a few different places, but I'm really excited to see what the overall max hit's going to look like. Again, hitting that 47, we could be hitting a potential 55 if the monster was bigger. So let's go ahead and test that out. Alright guys, so we're going to go ahead and test our luck over at Seracnus utilizing the Colossal Blade. Here's my overall gear setup. I'm going to be utilizing this pretty much maximum strength bonus. The top and the helmet don't really matter for strength bonus because there's nothing that really offers it. But Berserker Ring Eye, Spiked Manacles, Region Bracelet, Fremnant Kilt, Torture, Fire Cape, as well as the Colossal Blade. And then just for a little bit of mage defense bonuses, because there's a few of the minions do spawn with mage attacks. I'm going to use the Ranger's Tunic as well as the Robin Hood hat. I'll probably switch up my gear setup every so often just to kind of test out the different rotations. And then for the overall items, just some prayer, some stamina, sip of stam, super combats, Caramon sharks, and of course Book of the Dead. I looked up online, it looks like Seracnus is weak to melee, specifically crush. So I'm going to go ahead and attack Seracnus with the crush mode on, since I can use that since it only gives me strength XP. Really good for pures. Don't want to accidentally get any unnecessary defense XP. Let's go ahead and let it pot up, and then we'll go ahead and give this a pretty good shot. Wow, 47. Holy crap. Oh my god. I'm taking way too much damage, boys. Come on, just a little bit. Just a little bit. Come on. Why did I think this is a good idea? Oh. This is a bad idea. Come on. Wow. So this is I can say with certainty, this is the very first kill that I ever did without ever killing any of those minions. Before, I had to kill them all with like a blowpipe, so that was, oh my god, no way. Gotta go. Honestly, not too bad. I was actually pretty impressed with the Colossal Blade. I might change up my setup just a little bit. I felt that I could have probably warrant a little bit better gear setup, so I'll go ahead and change that up a bit and see how I do. But honestly, not too bad for a first attempt. Time is the charm. I'm gonna opt in this time with Ranger boots, some Guthix chaps, as well as a blowpipe switch just to handle the pesky minions. Go ahead and pot up and hope for the best. Pretty much as I expected. The kills aren't going incredibly, fast. They're just going pretty normal. Even with a singular Dragon Warhammer spec, this thing is not going down like the way that I kind of anticipated. The boss still is fairly tanky, so honestly, you might be better off just like kind of straight blowpiping this boss. It's probably a lot more easier than like killing it this way. I mean, imagine pet. So yeah, overall, I don't really see this being incredibly good. I think that at Chambers of Xeric, I think I can find a much better utilization for this thing. But yeah, I feel like Chambers of Xeric would be a really good option. I'll test to see if I can find another good place that this would be good at. Let me know in the comments if you think I should use this somewhere else. Test out some alternative methods with the Colossal Blade. Happy to test this out. However, I feel like Chambers of Xeric would be a much better spot to test this out. Alright, so I'm actually not going to speed up this clip at all, but as you guys can see, I'm using the Colossal Blade over at Tecton, over at the Chambers of Xeric, absolutely melting this boss, hitting a 45-32 off the bat. Pretty successful kill, and honestly a huge unlock. The Vigorous Chain Mace is a pretty good weapon. However, I felt that the Colossal Blade just did much more heavier hits, and it was a lot more accurate when I was using it, and it was just overall, it's just a great weapon to use. And even using this at the right hand of Olm, as you can see in the clip, this is actually a pretty decent unlock as well, since the majority of the time everybody is pretty much using a Dragon Warhammer spec or a BGS to weaken the hand of Olm, and same thing with Tecton. My hits are a lot more accurate, I feel like, and every time I hit, it's really huge. As you can see, I hit a 51 on the right hand of Olm, which is really crazy to see. I think I mentioned the max hit overall for this weapon is a 55, so seeing a 51, it is possible to hit well over that initial max hit that I showed you guys. So it's really cool to see that this is actually, and in my opinion, a really great unlock for all you guys who are 60 attack pures. This is a absolute crazy unlock to have on your account. Overall, my thoughts on the Colossal Blade are kind of mixed. I think that this weapon, while it's great and unique, it's kind of unlike any other weapon currently available to 60 attack peers. It is kind of, in my opinion, needs kind of a buff. To me personally, there just are much better alternative weapons for crush bonus that are, I think that what this weapon does is kind of make bossing a bit more selective. When you look at weapons like the Vigorous Chain Mace, those weapons attack much faster than this. I think it's at a 4 game tick speed, which you preferably want stuff that's a little bit more quicker in attack speed. Maybe a Calphite would be the only other alternative option for using this blade, but Calphite's already pretty crazy boss to kill as it is, and I don't think a Colossal Blade may get me 1 KC, but unfortunately it's not something that I would really want to test. Unfortunately, just even trying to solo it is not even worth it. I just would take too much damage. So for me personally, I think the only place that this is a decent upgrade is for maybe Chambers of Xeric. I definitely found a great use there. I think overall it was a much better weapon to utilize. Since I was able to utilize this at Tecton, I can utilize this at Olm, and I mean, quite honestly, that's probably the best upgrade I can possibly get. Jagex, if you're watching this, I hope that you consider buffing this in the future. I love the weapon. It looks great. The animation looks awesome. You guys put a lot of great work into it. I just think that some upgrades can be had. I think maybe increasing the game attack speed to maybe 4. I mean, I'm not trying to make this completely broken, but I am trying to at least make it viable. And current state, when you compare this weapon to like even a dragon mace, I've seen people out DPS Seracnus with a dragon mace compared to the Colossal Blade, which is really unfortunate because, you know, I really want to make this a really great weapon, and unfortunately it's not. So now, before I end today's video, I am interested in asking you guys if there's any place that you guys think I should test out the Colossal Blade that I haven't tried yet, or you guys think I should. I'm sure there's a place that this blade is useful at. I just haven't really figured it out myself, but I'm interested in hearing from you guys. Is there anything that you guys recommend that I try out? I'm really interested in hearing. I'll make sure to read the comments to hear what your feedback is, and I'll test out in my next video of any other method that you guys want me to try out. I do plan on doing a lot more raids in the future, so stay tuned for next episode. You're going to see a lot of raid content, a lot of KC over at the Chambers of Zarek, and hopefully get a drop. We shall see. Of course, if you guys want to keep up to date on all the latest progress on this account, please make sure that you are subscribed to the channel. Hit that bell notification to keep up with all the latest updates on this account, as well as I am also starting up a Discord channel. If you guys are interested, Little Chichi, I just started up my Discord channel because at this point I have maxed out, or pretty much maxed out, all the friends I have on my friends list, and at this point I am pretty much running out of room to really kind of chat with you guys, and I really just want a really good local place that I can just reach out to you guys, let you guys know of all the things I'm doing in a one-stop shop. So if you guys are interested in joining my Discord channel, the link will be in the description. And if you're interested in chatting with me, you can feel free to join my clan chat. I just opened it up to all of the public, so feel free to jump in, chat, have conversations, and then also join the Discord. Right now I just started up and having a few different channels where you guys can showcase your cool unlocks, real cool pet drops, things like that. So feel free to join the Discord if you guys want to. Now pretty much wraps it up for today's episode. I know it was kind of a short one, but I have a lot more content coming down the way, and I'm really excited for you guys to see it. But aside from that, that pretty much concludes today's episode, and of course, I'll catch you guys on the next one.